Guys, hello and welcome to the Liberian TV network. Today is March 10, 2025, and we are right here in Monrovia trying to showcase you all of the major happenings, breaking news for you guys, so what is happening in Liberia. So again, if you are following us, want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Princess KD Kopo. You can like, share, and comment on our Facebook and YouTube channel. So today is another new edition. A lot of things have happened during the course of the week, and things keep up happening. And one of those trending news we have for you today, ECOWAS. The ECOWAS Parliament in West Africa has finally declined Liberia call to actually recall three lawmakers. They are Honorable Tai Wangley, Member Bray, and Honorable Samuel Indians. They were actually elected at the ECOWAS Parliament during the speakership of the in-battle speaker Honorable Funati Kofa, and immediately after the section, the rigmarole, definitely the Koung administration definitely intends to actually call them over. And in according, they said that they no longer have confidence in those guys to actually represent Liberia, and this actually led to a toss, an intense, argument at the ECOWAS court, and a lot of things were actually discussed at the parliament. Other lawmakers actually provided a session. So some were saying that the guy needs to be recalled. Some were saying no, it doesn't actually fall in our constitution and XYZ. And ECOWAS actually came up with one or two stuff saying that no member can actually be recalled. The only time a member can be recalled is when he or she probably dies, or maybe they are incapacitated to actually lead, or maybe when they go against the ECOWAS Parliament law or rules within the ECOWAS, where they definitely go to actually handle that most of their things, but not when they have internal issues at their parliament, or when something happens. Definitely it means that you can immediately record them. So finally today, ECOWAS are actually ruled. They have referred to the communication sent under the speakership of Honorable Nimba that they cannot recall. The only way they will definitely record the guys, unless either of the options or either of what I've just said can actually be done. Probably they are sick, or maybe something happened, but they will definitely enjoy their tenure for the time being there from now up to the 2028 of as the years go. So 2028, hopefully the guys' tenure will be finishing. So this is what ECOWAS actually said today in their communication. And Supreme Court definitely opened up today, and in Supreme Court opening, we saw the president, we saw other high-profile portfolio was actually present, but unfortunately we didn't actually see any member from the legislature, including the Senate pro tem and the representative, especially the speaker. None of them were there, and other citizens were giving their own session saying that I think it is a payback, because during the State of the Nation address, the Supreme Court was writing and they were informed, but then none of the benches actually turn up, and today is the time, so definitely they won't turn up. So these were a session coming from citizens across the country as the program actually unfolded today. And also during the program, Chief Justice Tewon Young, her name is a bit difficult to actually pronounce, so sometimes when pronouncing it will become very difficult. But the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia should be turning 70 years in June, and finally she gave a final message saying that immediately when her time reaches, that age reaches, she will be departing the Supreme Court. But today she gave a farewell message, and now I think what is currently ongoing at the Supreme Court is to ensure that other people's work are done or benefit, and so many things have been put into play. But then the Chief Justice definitely will be leaving. We also got some message today that the Motorbike Association was going to protest, but unfortunately we passed all around the street today. We couldn't actually see that kind of intense protest as compared to previous protests that was here. But then this too is Liberia. It is why it is. And in the United States of America, currently the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia is there, and some aggrieved citizen from Liberia who resides in the U.S. are protesting against the Vice President when he was called to actually deliver some messages during the town hall meeting in Pennsylvania. And some of them actually said they need justice, and they were chanting the battle cry, we need justice for motorbike riders, we need some justice for those who were killed, and so many things were said. But then according to the vice president, he gave them ears and said that it is a right, as long as you are a Liberian, it is a right to protest. And definitely whatsoever thing they said, the vice president said he's going to look into it. So many also applauded the vice president for that kind of silent decision, for listening to people who were actually protesting. But this, according to information and video footage on social media, we saw the secret service, security actually took control of those guys who were actually disrupting the vice president's speech. So it is something actually welcoming. And he also gave some update with regards to the yellow machine that was actually purchased or that is to be purchased very soon by the president, because when the president spoke about that yellow machine, people say they didn't pass through PPCC and many things were actually missing. So in order for the president or the government to actually be in the core with what is right, they put hold onto it and it is passing through legislature. And I think the vice president said it is almost at a completion. So this is a great news. We hope that, yes, indeed, all of our feeders road, major roads in Liberia can actually be developed. And as we speak currently, the road leading from town to all the way to Wala is currently on a pavement. So we are expecting and hoping that between now to December, the government will definitely finish with that road. But there are some good news, and other part of Monrovia or Liberia has also been lighted with street light like GSA road. And currently, as we speak, the Lockington road that leads to the Bekube Avenue is currently being renovated by the Buckeyes administration, and many development, many things have been actually ongoing as we speak. And this one says CDC COP addressed the press. So when the motorcyclists said they was doing the protest, immediately the CDC COP came up with a press relay endorsing the protest and saying a lot of stuff that, oh, the government is not proceeding well, the government is misproceeding, and this is happening, XYZ is happening. But then, as it stands, it is what it is. Again, if you are following us from any part of the world, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Princess KD. You can like, share, and comment on our Facebook and YouTube channel. Citizen Movement for Change. Name Honorable B. Mark Balimo as their candidate in Nimba County. So, Nimba used to experience a by-election anytime soon in June, and people are actually, having a lot of discussion as to whom to actually carry as their candidate, or who to actually, represent Nimba. So you have the CMC, the Citizen Movement, which has been, which was funded by Musa Hassan Bedete, will be replacing our candidate. But then Honorable Koga said that Musa is trying to actually kill the legacy of Prince Johnson, because the MDR is the Nimbanians party, and then he is coming up with a different party. But how be it, or whatsoever they take by be, they will definitely stand against it. And in fact, MDR, he is contesting on the party ticket. Definitely they're going to win the election. And he also came up with some exceptions that led to people actually giving different exceptions and deal with you guys. So saying he said that woman cannot replace a man. So he said that, simply meaning that a woman cannot replace Prince Johnson. So many people lashed at him. Some were saying that, oh yes, your statement is wrong, you cannot say that, we are fighting for gender equality, we are doing this, we are doing that. And others also applauding him, saying that, oh yeah, your statement is right. In fact, Prince Johnson was one of the heroes. Like, Prince Johnson stood up, so we need someone who can actually stand up like Prince Johnson. And so many things were said as well. And the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications, in alignment with LTA, last week started the assessment of towers in the Republic. So this is something really encouraging. And yesterday, Honorable Yekewai Koloba held a press conference, and he was actually denigrating the presidency and other high co-officials. A lot of voice was used yesterday. He was saying that he actually disenchanted in the Buckeye School's administration, aligned his accession to something they call corruption, something they call of the rule of law is not actually adhered to, wherein he has carried his case to LMP and up to date to no avail, and also stating that he has carried the current majority bloc speaker to court with regards to his cabin, boss on unit to him, and so many things. But we leave it as it is. And the University of Liberia student protest against the COPA, saying, calling on the Liberian government with immediate effect to actually sacked dog copper because what he carried on was fraud. It wasn't actually unique for the system. And the Chinese national called Yan Dan is currently under investigation for alleged multi-million-dollar fraud in Liberia that was done by one Do Global Incorporated. So this is happening in Liberia as well. Again, we want to say thank you for following this platform. Today, this is just what we get for you. Thank you so much. I'm Francis KD Cooper. Goodbye.